Hello, lovely souls. I wanted to talk about and share a little bit more. And so I'll start off by saying and talking about children, right? Many of us are parents or have children, close connections with children. And, they always say that, children can be challenging because what do they do? They're naturally mirrors of ourselves, and sometimes they hit those buttons, right? And they challenge us, and they trigger things within ourselves that are under the surface that are unhealed. And so I want to first start off by saying that way I don't have to do a whole bunch of circles. I'll try my best. So I wanted to start off by touching a little bit on my upbringing and my experience, from childhood, and the maternal things that I'm working out. And so, how I grew up, my mother provided the basics, and there is nothing wrong with that. Every family is different. There's no judgment. She came from a family where my grandmother had 11 children, and she cared for others as well that, off of the street or was in trouble. I didn't know her personally, but from what I hear, she definitely seems like the type that would, not ever turn anyone away. But so, my grandmother was not very round. So, my mom grew up with not a heavy maternal influence all the time. And so, therefore, neither did I very much. And so, to get more specific about like what that was like, is that I don't really know what the feeling is to yearn for a mother, to want to run to her, to feel safe, to feel secure, to want to share things with her, or to have physical touch and cuddling. I don't know what that's like. I don't have those types of feelings or urges or anything. And so this has been something that I've been working on for quite some time now, as well as I did not grow up with a deep sense of protection either for myself. And unfortunately for my children either. Like, I really had to, dig in the dirt and create that feeling, especially through the journey of my own very hard mistakes and choices that I made in learning boundaries and protection and protecting myself and my inner child and my children. So to move on a little bit more now to the rest of the story, my daughter knocking down these spiritual walls for me and helping me. And so we were having a conversation the other day, and I was hitting resistance with her, while I was cleaning another room, and her needing to be responsible for her stuff. And she was resisting quite a bit. And I was having a conversation with her, and it's why I think, even through the rough stuff, communication is so important, and to not be afraid of confrontation. And that's something that I try to teach her. But anyways, we were talking, and I said, I asked if she thought that moms were supposed to do everything in the sense of cleaning up for them also, and taking care of these responsibilities that she is physically able to do. And she paused and she said, well, yeah. And then she said, well, I don't really know what a mom does. And like, I know that you're supposed to take care of me, but I don't know what a mom is any deeper than that. And it It certainly stopped me in my tracks. It really did. And like right then and there, I'm like, shit. Like, I am not doing good enough. And I don't want to get into like, oh, I need to be lighter on myself. I do so hard. You do so well, or I do so well. Yeah, I do. But there's definitely times where it's like, you know what? I need to fucking step up even harder, even deeper. And that's a big thing for us as humans, you know, like when we find ourselves feeling very stuck, maybe apathetic, 555 on the timer there, you know, feeling apathetic, feeling like we're stuck, that life is kind of stale, we're not feeling the passion, we're not feeling the drive. That is one of the very biggest clues to show that, you know, a lot of the things that are already in your life, they're asking for you to go deeper with it, embrace it more deeply, embrace it more seriously. You know, there are always multiple layers to everything. It is not just simple. It's not just once and done. And you know, obviously the second part to that is, you know, the natural push of growth when something comes to your awareness that that is asking you to grow, to get out of your comfort zone. You know, so if you've been also feeling triggered or overstressed and overwhelmed, again, it's another example, it's another clue, all of these clues to push you to, you know, get out of any victim mentality, take the things around you more seriously, you know, step away, do that internal inventory to see what it's time to let go of. And I have just been so grateful. After my daughter had brought this up, like, I had to process a lot. I had a massive meditative spiritual release with all of this. And gosh, my Bridget is a bright shining star, and she is a spitfire, and she does not she does not really filter things. And it's the most wonderful, biggest blessing. And oh, hello, Mr. B. They've been attracted to me very much today, and to us. But yes, my Bridget is such a blessing. Thank you, B. Such beautiful confirmation. But yes, our children, praise our children. They are the future, and they are here to continue to teach us.